Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the database Points of View Reference Center. To access this database, you will need to find the library website. You may know that you can get to the library website from the Chester School homepage or from Google Classroom, and I'm going to show you the Google Classroom route because I think it's a little bit easier. So no matter which IT section you're in, you have a section called Stuff You Need to Know. Click on it to get there if you're not already. And then one of the links in this section is directly to the library website. So click on it, and it will load, and there you are. The databases are on the front page, but you need to scroll down to find them. So scroll down past the catalog, past the book request form, past this slide that's still loading, and here are the databases. Because my internet's a little slow, I'm just going to close this and show you a page that I have already loaded. Databases. So we have the info-based databases first, these icons, and then below those we have a couple more database icons. We are looking at Points of View Reference Center, and as you can see, there is an icon for it as well as a link. Both of these will get you to the database. You do not need to log in with a username and password, but this is a geolocation link, which means you need to physically be in the state of New Jersey to access this database. If you're outside of New Jersey, you can still access it. You'll just need to log in with a different link. So here we are. One of the first things you notice may be this basic search box right at the top of the screen. We also have an advanced search available to us. But before we do a practice search, let's browse. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit more, and you can see this image carousel that's titled In the News. So these are some of the many topics that are kind of hot in the news right now. So you can just navigate right to them using one of these icons. You can also browse by category. I really like this, especially if you're choosing a topic that you need to write about for a current issues paper, because you can just look at some of the things that are popping up on top, and it may help you find something you're interested in. This could be helpful for health class too. You know, there are topics like health and medicine, substance abuse. So there is really a wide variety of topics, as you can see, that you can browse through. In addition to browsing by category or topic center, there are some other features on the homepage I want you to check out, like this reference shelf. So a reference shelf, things that may interest you are create an essay outline or charts and graphs for topics. So create an essay outline is just a little article giving some tips on how to translate your notes to an essay outline. That can be tricky, so I love that they have this resource right here for you. Okay, I'm going to go back home and show you some more features and utilities. Charts and graphs for topics. Now, when you search for a specific topic, you can find some charts and graphs and images for it, but this will only search charts and graphs for you. So let's do a quick search using the charts and graphs limiter, just so you can see what some of them are like. So why don't we take a look at this one, Summer Employment for Teenagers. Now, just like an article, when you click on it, you will get a summary of the source. It tells you the source, the document type, and illustration, and there are all these tools along the right side that we'll go over in just a minute. Now, this is supposed to be a chart or a graph, and I don't see any illustrations, do you? Where are they? We need to look for the PDF full text. Even though this isn't actually text, it's still called PDF full text. So click on this link, because right now we're in the detailed record and we need the actual source itself. When you click on this link, it will show you the chart. So it's here we have pros and cons of summer employment for teenagers in an illustration and chart form. So here we go. Now let's take a look at some of these tools on the side. Of course, you can find written articles in this database, and I recommend doing both a basic search, and advanced search to just explore that and figure out how that works for you. But I'm going to show you these tools that are available on all search results on the chart just because we're here. So first we have the Drive icon. This allows you to save your search results to Google Drive. I love this because then you can access it when you're not logged into the database, and there's no really a very low chance that you'll lose your work. So you'll select your Google account. I'm not going to do it right now, but you know how that works. You can also just print the article or chart with this button with whatever printers your device is networked to. This little icon lets you email the document or result to yourself. I recommend that if saving to Google Drive isn't working for you, because then you can access it in your email. Now, this folder will save the result to your folder, but the thing that I don't like about the Save to Folder option is you can only access it while you're using the database. So once you close the window, or if you lose internet, or your battery dies unexpectedly, then you could lose your work. So I prefer Save to Drive or email because that kind of saves your progress as you go, whereas your folder can only be saved if you have an EBSCO account, which I don't think any of us do. This little paper gives you a citation. So I'm going to click on this to show you. And as with all citation generators, I recommend checking the citation to make sure it's correct, because it just isn't always going to be correct. But for something like an image that you may not know how to cite, this is a really good way to give you at least a good start. As you can see, we have different types of citations listed. Remember, the style that we use is MLA, so make sure you find your MLA citation. And this is what a citation for an image would look like. You can also export this to Noodle Tools. Noodle Tools isn't listed here, but you can export it to Noodle Tools by either clicking this link, or by going back over to this little toolbar and clicking the paper with an arrow on it. This is export. So when you click that, it'll do a direct export to Noodle Tools. When I click save, then I'll get a screen popping up saying, here's your citation in Noodle Tools. Do you want to change it? You obviously have to log into Noodle Tools if you're not already, but that is so easy. I highly recommend doing that. I'm going to cancel. And let's see, the other tool is a link. So this is what we call a persistent link, or a bookmark, or a permalink. So this link is what you would use in your citation, especially if you're not using the citation generator. And it will always take us back to this search result. Let's see, what else can we do in this database? We covered browsing. We covered the utilities and tools within a search. Let's take a look at a sample advanced search. So here, I'm going back by clicking on Result List. You can also use this back button within the database. Or you could click right on Advanced Search from your result list just to get there. All right, this may look familiar to you because we have used Boolean operators with our library catalog before. So in addition to using the operators, you can select a field to search. So you can search all text, author, title, or subject. There are a lot of other options, but I really like these first four. I think they're the most useful for the type of research we're doing. And if I'm not really sure where I'm going to find my topic, then I select all text, because that gives you the most results. If you find too many results searching for your topic in all text, then you can limit it to title or subject, or author, depending on what you're searching for. But I think title and subject are very useful. So why don't I try, let's say we're looking for the coronavirus and vaccine. So information on the coronavirus vaccine. So I'm going to search coronavirus and vaccine, and we'll see what comes up when I click search. You can use these limiters to limit your results. I personally always like to have full text selected, and these are the publication types that you can find in your search results. So we have journals, biographies, books, newspapers, government documents, many more. All right, so we have 189 results on the coronavirus vaccine here. And just by scanning the result list, you can glance at these icons and it tells you what type of source it is. That I find pretty handy. You may also want to limit the publication date for something like this, which is a very current topic. I think I would limit it to 2020 and 21. So if you forget to limit before you search, you can always do that once you see your result list by modifying your results. And once I do that, okay, that knocked off about 40 of my results. You can limit by source type. If you expand, this shows you all of the source types that have results on this topic. So we have magazines, newspapers, international magazines and newspapers. And just like the tools we saw on the image search, we have all of those tools available to us on this result. And just like the image, if we want to see the full result, we need to click PDF full text on the left side of the screen. Some databases just give you the article below the detailed record of the result, and some don't. So when you click PDF full text, the article itself will pop up, and those tools to help you use the article are still going to be there. All right. So now we have explored browsing topic lists and a basic and advanced search on Points of View Reference Center, as well as a number of different utilities that you can use to save and share the results you find. So now please take the time to do a practice search on your own and just explore the database a little bit more. When you're done, you should be able to teach your teammates how to use this database and what you would want to use it for. If you have any questions at all, just let me know, and have a great day. Bye.